scary things can happen to the human body in some situations. Like when I found out that all those volcano movies not super accurate. It turns out the human body, because of all of its water content, when it touches lava, it kind of explodes because there's so much water content in your body, and it all instantly vaporizes from the heat. And so you don't dramatically sink in. I'm not able to go that way probably. You're not gonna like dramatically sink into the lava like you do in that, I think it was actually called Volcano. I mixed it up with Dante's Peak because they came out like the same time. Hello, staircase. What secrets do you hold for me? Check the door real quick. Junction box out of commission until further notice. I think everything's out of commission until further notice at this point. This turned into a wasteland of nosebleeds and dead birds. Which is not a sentence I really expected to say today. Hello, in here?
I've lost my shoes. I lost my shoes, sir. There's arches on the green. They've taken my shoes, sir.
Howard! Howard Lantham! You open the door this instant, young man.
I lost my shoes.
Now get up. Get up.
I lost my shoes.
What on earth are you doing here, Howard?
Stephen, he told me to stay in case Lizzie phoned.
Stephen, where is he?
What are you doing with those birds?
Concentrate, Howard. Where's Stephen?
He said he couldn't help them. He took my shoes so I'd stay.
Listen to me, Howard Lantham. You find your shoes and you get to the village. Find Father Jeremy, he'll give you some soup or something. Be off with you.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find my son. Then I'm gonna ask him what on earth he thinks he's doing.
Oh. That could have a tie to the fact that we found those shoes. Those shoes we found out in the tracks. Still not Wendy's son, though. So where is she headed? She really covered a lot of ground. She looked like she was all hunched over, so she probably doesn't walk so great. Kind of impressed. I don't see my own grandparents walking these kinds of distances. I guess if she's doing that all the time, though, that's why she's able to walk those distances. Man. I'm glad I checked out the train area. I could have missed that altogether. I'm going to miss stuff. Like, if you're watching this still, it might be worth, even if you watch this whole series, it might be worth checking this game out if you're into it, because I'm guarantee I'm gonna miss things. There's definitely some mandatory and some optional story. Like, where are you going? Come back. What do you got for me? You're going back up there? I've already been there. I have already been there. Guess I'll continue down the path. Her whole story seems to be based around this road. Is it going to come back this way? It's going backwards now? Nope, it's heading this way, sort of. Where are you going, Sparky? It's really freaky how it seems to consist of voices. Just little pieces of it escape from time to time. Can I go in the garden back here? This house seems important, especially since the garage was lit up. No garage access. I mean backyard access. Repeating myself. Accidentally saying words I just said. Oh yeah, something's gonna happen in here. What do you got for me, buddy? Little workout spot, a towel. Weird pictures of abs. I guess for aspiration purposes.
Rachel, darling, I'm sorry about taping over your music, but that is your dad and I. In case you come home, I mean, I know Mrs. Graves is looking after you over there, but just in case you come home, we wanted to let you know we're going to head over to Barb's.
Evie! Evie!
Sam, I'm leaving a message for Rachel. Are you going to say hello?
Jesus Christ, Evie, we ain't got time for this. The bloody car won't start. We're going to have to walk.
Sam, shush, it's for Rachel in case she comes back here.
But Charlie says everyone's getting together at the hall. Rachel's at the camp. She'll be fine.
Rachel, darling, anyway, listen, as I was saying, we're going to be at the village hall. We'll wait there for you. I think it's best if you just stay put and mind what Mrs. Graves tells you. We love you, darling. Bye.
You finished? Right, grab that bloody case and let's get moving. Come on.
Let her just let her leave her a message, man. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, is that a hand drawing? Is that a hand sketch of that car? There's all those pencils around. Or is it just a magazine? It's a little hard to tell from here. I can't toggle the light. All these tools and directly adjacent to all this machinery. Does this one say you are here also? I'd be a little surprised to see this one labeled. I don't think it is. Makes sense, it's just a map. It's only the ones that are mounted in specific locations that would have that kind of detail on them. What do we have across the street? Oh yeah, he's hanging out around that Mary Poppins looking house. Not sure where my association with Mary Poppins came from. I don't know. That first thing that came to mind for some reason. That thing still has its turn signal on. Like it really just snatched them right out of the car in that moment. Oh, what's in here? This is a place where bad things happened. I mean, this whole game is a place where bad things happened. It's freaking out and making sounds outside. Not openable. They want me to go in this specific direction, don't they? Approach it from this side. Oh, it's upstairs. What's gonna happen up here? I don't like the slightly adjacent doors guiding me.
Wendy, wake up.
Eddie, is that you?
No, it's me. It's Frank.
Oh, Frank. The door was open. I didn't think Graham would mind.
I'm sure he won't. What are you doing here?
Looking for Stephen, but I just ran out of steam. And the door was open. Have you listened to the radio? I thought I heard him on the radio before.
It's all over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
It's right here in the observatory.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
No, we can't turn it away.
What's he talking about?
I dunno ken. But if he's on the radio, we can try and reach him on the CB. You go to Stephen's house, and if I get hold of him, I'll tell him to come and find you.
15140.
So she hasn't disappeared yet, but she did apparently make this whole... She apparently left the doors open, which isn't very nice. This is the one radio I can't use, because it's just using that cutscene, I guess. Nice effect on the windows. The distortion effect. I like that. It's got that old window appearance, because everything here looks kind of aged. And the windows have that, sort of wrinkled effect that you see on older windows. Which, there's an urban myth that thinks that's just what windows do when they age. That's actually just what windows look like when they're... That's just what old windows look like because they were less good at making them back then.
There's something in the observatory with me. I can feel it reaching out to me. When it's close, I'm overcome with the most profound sense of loneliness.
That's a quantity of beehives right there. Are they trying to draw a comparison there, probably? Because in real life, there's all those news stories about the bees disappearing in large numbers and how that could be a huge problem. And this is a story where all the humans have disappeared and the bees' hives are still there, persisting long past, well, probably literally minutes to hours past. We seem to be here right after everyone disappeared. Where are we now? I don't see a "you are here" on this one. Might just not be immediately apparent to me. Not gonna stare too long.
Come on, you stupid bastard. Christ, not now, come on. God damn bloody thing! Jesus! Come on, not now! Jesus, come on, you bastard! Start, you bastard! Come on! Ah!
And then he disappeared, probably. Or ran away. Or painting maps. Did he hit someone? Oh, what if he hit someone carrying the paint, and then he's like, and then his car stalled. There's a lot of stuff you can infer from these things. I was wrong earlier. I said the turn signal was on. Those were the hazards. I thought someone got yanked out of their car and disappeared right when they were about to make a turn, like that specific of a timing. Orb, what you want? Oh, he's leaving.
Stephen?
Where is she? I was trying to find her.
7.
Stephen, are you here? It's your mother. Answer me. Stephen!
1. 7.
What have you done, Stephen? Oh, Kate.
1. 7. 0. 0.
That seemed oddly like we were experiencing it in first person as Wendy.
7.
Instead of seeing a specter, it all happened to us in person. In the moment.
There must be a logic to the pattern. It's shifting in response to me. It's alive. It's the only explanation.
They really tried to figure it out. Maybe they did. Maybe that's what we have to catch up with. But we're not done with Wendy, apparently. She must still be looking for Stephen at this point. It is kind of funny that I was just talking about how Wendy's got to be exhausted from all this walking she's doing. And then the next time I find her, she's laying in bed in some person's house because the door was open.
Where's Kate? Are you here? Stephen? I can hear the planes. It's the government coming to rescue us. You can come out now. It's all gonna be all right. I can hear the jets coming. It's like when Eddie came home. It's like your dad coming home again. I'm here. I'm down here. This way.
They didn't come for her though, did they? They left her. It might have even been them bombing the place. We might be seeing a weird vision of this place, and we might not even be here as a person right now. This whole place could have been bombed away to nothing. Everyone inside it could be dead. Well, I mean, we're pretty sure everyone's dead or missing or taken in some way. But this place might not be here anymore either. So who are we gonna meet next? This dark passageway seems to be how we transition between characters. That might have been the last thing that ever happened to Wendy. She might have even disappeared right there on the spot, since that seemed to be what happened to Father Jeremy. Was it Jeremy? I think it was Jeremy. I said it before, but I would still feel the same way if I saw this. I'd feel like in awe at the beauty, but also feel like I'm in danger if I saw this kind of path. It's just a little too supernatural in the weird way, like a trap, like those wrangler fish. Is it called a wrangler fish? The fish at the bottom of the ocean that is just a nightmare that lures people in. A lot of details around here. Oh, is that a fire? Or just the glowy ball? It's just a ball. Who do you have for me now? I'm still yours. Now it's time to meet Frank. So what's his deal? Oh, the chanting.
Punishing me.
Some folk won't let go, Reese, and they've got nothing better to do than to poke their noses into other people's business. There's nothing you can do about it, son.
I'm doing a good job. I'm working hard. I swear, Mrs. Graves thinks I'll start nicking stuff if she turns her back for a second.
Lizzie's all right. She's one of the good ones.
Yeah, well, she's not exactly honest with her husband about what she gets up to.
None of that. You're angry about people judging you. Don't be so fast to judge others.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Keep your gob shut, your nose clean, and your head down. Do you think you can manage that?
Gob, nose, head. Got it.
And steer clear of that Rachel girl. If I've seen you two making eyes at each other, then so's her dad. And you don't want Sam Baker coming round after you. Now, pass me that socket spanner and we'll see if we can get this wheel back on.
So we got like a father figure we're following around with now. We've transitioned from a mother type to a father. Oh, there's the ball. You're not escaping from me. Just wanted to linger on the music for a moment longer. I guess it's over. I might want to get the soundtrack for this game, honestly. Some really chill stuff. It'd be good stuff to listen to while I'm editing, because it's not super distracting, but it's calming. This is pretty beautiful. We have a golden field of wheat with a lone tree in the middle. A lot of hearts have been broken around trees like that.
Can you see the observatory from there?
That's over the ridge, just past the windmill. You want to live near the station in case you need a quick getaway?
Something like that. So you and Stephen... I'm sensing there's not a lot of love lost there, huh?
That's between him, me, and the cows.
You're gonna have to explain that one for me.
It's nobody else's business. Look, you seem all right to me. You don't want to worry about that lot in the village.
Provided I'm left alone, I'm happy. Stephen's the one who likes to be at the center of things.
No change there, then.
Francis Appleton.
You are a bad man. No wonder your sister won't talk to you.
So he's definitely a people's person, isn't he? Everyone seems to get along just fine with him. There's stuff cavity... Oh! WDEB. The usual relationship stuff. Stevie and Liz. Random flowers scattered about. Stevie and Liz. You wrote it twice. Leave some for other people. FA and MT. WA and EB. Is that the same one as there again? Well, this is the same people writing their names over and over again. These people suck. Get over yourselves, buddy. Oh. People were drinking, and then they got wiped out. Not a bad view, though, is it? Not at all.